Plaintiff Yvonne Pooler and her daughter Michelle say Michelle was good friends with the defendant's stepdaughter. So when she moved to Florida, Yvonne agreed to let Michelle visit her. However, after Yvonne canceled the trip, she was forced to call the police because the defendant and her stepdaughter started harassing her. So she's suing for the plane ticket and the harassment. Defendant Carrie Stack and her stepdaughter Erica say they have no idea why they're here today. Carrie claims she was sent a check for the plane ticket, so she bought it. And then Yvonne canceled the trip out of the blue.
Prove your case.
Well, as you know, as a parent, you want to do your best to raise your kids up so they're happy and healthy, stay out of trouble. When Erica and Michelle met in 6th grade, that came true. Your worst nightmare is to have your kids fall into the wrong crowd. But they were pretty good girls. Erica was decent, she was well-mannered, and these two became really close friends. When Erica turned 14, she moved to Florida to live with her dad and her stepmother. And after a few weeks or so of being there, they invited Michelle down to come visit them in Florida. And they live in Daytona Beach, and at first, Party City, and I know she was 15, Erica was 14, and I know some of the things I was doing at 15, and we had some hesitation.
What were some of the things you were doing?
Sneaking out, hanging out, just, no police trouble, just, doing things that I probably shouldn't have been doing at that age.
Like what?
Drinking,
Go ahead, man.
But after a couple of weeks of talking to Carrie, I've known Erica a long time. And I thought, well, okay. So we decided to let her go. And a couple weeks or so went by, and these two, I don't know, they started not getting along so well.
Why don't you tell me about you all not getting along?
I think it was because of the distance. We weren't that close anymore.
Were you arguing on the phone?
At times, yeah.
About what?
I can't quite remember exactly what. Because
all right.
It was like...
So let me get over to this side and get any background before we get to the plane ticket you're suing about.
Your Honor, actually, I'm not even sure why we're here. She sent me a check for the plane ticket. I bought the plane ticket. She canceled the plane ticket. She had me cancel it. It was in my name. And I've got the... from
okay, she hasn't told me what is involved with the lawsuit, so I'll have to let her tell me why she's suing you for the plane ticket. Does she have some other background?
Yes, well, Michelle was getting depressed, a little angry. Erica and Michelle weren't talking quite as much, and I find,
She don't seem like
Michelle was sad.
Don't seem like she's feeling too good today. You feeling? All right, go ahead.
Well, I got concerned because she was, complaining. Erica's not the same. She doesn't want to, all she wants to do is talk about herself and the things she's doing. And, I got concerned. And some of the things she was telling me that Erica was telling her she was allowed to do, my kid at that age was not allowed to do that stuff.
Your Honor, may I speak?
Yes.
When I first moved here, I didn't know anybody
when
until
you first moved to Daytona Beach?
Yes. I didn't know anybody. So for her to say that I was doing stuff with other people or talking about doing stuff with other people, I didn't know anybody until I started school. And that was in September. So there was no way I could have been doing anything with anybody. I didn't have any friends. I didn't know anybody here at all. And we just stopped talking because we went our different ways, really. And we just grew apart.
Let me hear why you're suing about the plane ticket.
I decided not to send Michelle. I'm very embarrassed to tell you, but I listened in on a few of their conversations. I know I shouldn't have, but she was a minor and I was concerned for her, And, I heard Erica telling her, well, I got a new boyfriend. I'm riding around in cars with 20-year-old guys and Mom and Dad are gone. We get to do pretty much what we want.
All right. I got that point. That's what you suggest was the case. She denies it. Now let's get to the plane ticket if there's nothing else.
She purchased the plane tickets.
Who did? Why?
Carrie, I'm sorry. Mrs. Stack purchased the plane tickets with her credit card for Michelle.
Who requested?
She offered to get them first, and we asked if we would reimburse her, and I said yes. Of course. Why should she have to pay for it? So we did. We sent her a check, which I have a copy of that check.
See it, please, Dora.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And when I decided not to send Michelle down, So I called the airlines, Delta and JetBlue, those are the ones she was supposed to take, and I asked about their refund penalties. And Delta told me 25, JetBlue told me 50, so it was a $75 combined. So I called Carrie and told her that I decided not to send Michelle after all. Please take the tickets back, get your money back, and send me back my money minus the $75 because I
What
canceled
happened?
it. She said, okay, I'll take care of it.
Did she?
Nope.
Still hasn't
Nope.
to this day?
No, sir.
What harassment?
Phone calls. In April of '06, a few weeks after I'd called Mrs. Stack about this again, we started getting hang-up calls. Every once in a while throughout the week, they just hang up. And at first, you think, well, it's just somebody with a wrong number, or maybe after a while, one of the kids' friends, screwing around. So, but then after that, they got worse. They would hang up, they would call for 5-10 minutes at a time. And every time you'd answer, you say hello, they'd hang right up and they'd call right back. And it just kept doing it and doing it.
Let's get to your responses.
As far as the plane ticket,
Yes.
she did decide, not to have Michelle come. I believe the plane ticket was $265. The fee was $100 from JetBlue, and there's also a $15 fee per person cancellation fee for canceling over the phone. I don't have a clue what she's talking about as far as harassment. I don't have her phone number, and she never called me to ask me about paying for the plane ticket. When I told her that I had canceled the plane ticket, I asked her, I said, it's in my name, so you can't use it. It's good for a year, but you can't use it. And she
How
told
old are
me,
you, young lady?
I'm 19.
All right. Do you think you should pay?
I did make the harassing phone calls, yes.
All right, good.
She told
And
me
you
she
want to
didn't.
pay for what you did?
Well, I was younger. I'll take the penalty now, but I'm saying I was younger, and I don't think that there was there was harm done by harassing them, but it wasn't harmful phone calls. Like, I wasn't calling them and saying anything.
Harassing people you don't think is harmful?
Yeah, but it wasn't harassing like I said, threatening their lives.
How much
And it was-
harassment? What, if you put a number on it, what would you say it was? $10 harassment?
I don't know.
$100?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Yes, ma'am.
It was Erica's cell phone, according to the police report. He called. I had the numbers traced.
All right.
The state trooper suggested I do it because these calls
But the
weren't
problem
coming.
is, how can you sue Miss Stack for something Erica did?
I was told because Erica was a minor. I didn't know it was Erica. Erica blamed it on another family
She was a
member.
minor at that time?
Yes, sir.
Who has some evidence? Ma'am, you have evidence?
It wasn't a refund that anybody got back in cash either way. It was a ticket that could have been credited, and it wasn't the full price of the ticket after the $100 and the $15 cancellation fee over the phone.
All right. And you're saying that as a witness
Yes. Well,
or as a defendant?
well, I have it right here.
You saying that as a witness or as a defendant, young lady?
I guess as a witness.
I called JetBlue. I printed this out from online. I called JetBlue.
All this on behalf of her?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see it.
JetBlue only goes back
Okay, so
a year.
you did take action and involved yourself in the affairs of the witness. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so as such, I'm also going to conclude that you should be involved in this harassment. I'm going to hold you all jointly liable. And therefore, Erica, I appreciate you explaining that she was involved in your
She
affairs.
wasn't
and
involved in the harassment. She was involved in the plane ticket.
I understand. That's what we're talking about, that. And I'm also holding you liable for the harassment. So I'm holding what they call jointly and severally,
Okay.
meaning one and or both of you are liable for both the plane ticket and the harassment. All right? Got that, Erica? Good enough. Judgment for the plaintiff, $2,000.